Right, we're finally here. Bit of a slow start. Some settings on the streaming software weren't quite working, but anyway, we are here. Welcome. The BBC, the Black British Cyclist, is here. It's 2025. Let's go. So this is Tour de Zwift 2025. Day one, week one. If you have an indoor turbo trainer, or even if you've got a static bike that you ride indoors, you can watch along. You can join in with me. Watch my screen, pretend you're here in Watopia. Now, I did start with the entire bunch, the entire group, but I was fiddling with my stream. So yeah, I got dropped by the whole group. But that's fine, we will pick up some stragglers. 22 kilometers left to go. We are in the beautiful hills of Scotland. The northern lights are shining in the background. Feel free to ask your questions in the chat. Comment on anything you see or hear. And if I don't get back to you straight away, it's because I'm sweating. But I'll definitely reply back in the replay. Into the Scottish castle we go. Tiny little hill. It's like I've got an issue with the online stream. Wants me to configure a widget. Should try and do it on the fly. So I've got one viewer. Welcome. Thanks for watching. If you can see, it says that I've got some error. Nothing to see. Anyway, we're climbing up this hill in Bunny, Scotland. I know. That's the best Scottish accent I can do, sorry. 4.2% gradient. I'll be able to use my draft when I get to the top of here. Talking of which, my second fan has just kicked in. Yeah, that's definitely warmed me up. You don't want to warm up on a hill to start with. Not ideally. Right. Mobile's connected to a different network, so can't use my... Come on. What to do? Manual. Nothing's working today. My companion app can't seem to find my network. Turn it off and on, that usually helps, doesn't it? Anyway, this is Zwift, Tour de Zwift 2025. I'm Ken Dizzle, the Black British Cyclist. Thank you for joining. We are starting off 2025 on the bike. Do a lot of riding indoors, so it doesn't matter if the weather or the temperature is cold outside. It's always the perfect temperature inside. Not working. What's going on? So if you'd like to just watch me, if you want to learn about getting started in cycling or improve on some of what you're currently doing, I'm kind of hoping to be here for all of that. If you're interested in getting into this virtual cycling, but you don't know how to get started, I have a few videos. You can see those in some of my playlists. You can also fire questions off at me here. I've been Zwifting now for 4 years. 4 years! It's literally my 4th year anniversary. I'm going into year 5. So I've had a lot of Zwifting. Graduated from category D up to C. Saw some really massive improvements and gains in that first year. I think that's where you'll make your best gains. So if I can help you navigate getting on board a lot faster, a lot easier, then we're all winning. Getting fit and healthy while grinning. So there's a bit of a hill coming up now. I'm gonna have to work a little bit. I'm gonna use my power up. So you get little power ups, so it makes it kind of like a game, like you're playing a game. So that's just giving me a bit of an aero boost for about 10 or 15 seconds, which means the effort gets a tiny little bit easier for me on this hill bit. Definitely needed. You get other power ups like a feather, makes you lighter. In races, you get an anvil that makes you heavier. You can get bonus XP. And these are also little virtual prizes or virtual treats that I think make cycling indoors with this app just a whole lot more engaging, you know, something to work towards. It's like I've been a good boy sticker off the teacher. But we love badges, virtual or real. Alright, try and get this companion app to work. Just not picking up the other signal. I might have to call that a write-off. So we've got a bit of a downhill section here. One of the good things about every hill that you climb means you've got a nice hill to go down as well. So I'm just going to look to stick with this little group here. Maybe that group ahead, because there's a few more in there. As we ride as a group, it's easier because there's less wind resistance around us. It's called the draft. So you can just sit behind someone's wheel. But the courtesy is that you share the effort. You'll take turns rotating to the front. Not everyone knows the rules, but it's just kind of like nice courtesy. But if you don't feel like doing it, you don't have to. No one's going to tell you off or anything. I feel lots about the companion app. So that's where you can control the features like doing power-ups, changing the view, etc. from your mobile, which I've got just attached onto the bike here. So there's 17.8 kilometers left. If you've not seen this screen before, think of it as like your dashboard if you was driving. But if you are used to cycling and you have like a bike computer, if you look at the top middle, that's showing all of my live stats, so my current speed, the distance travelled, total amount of elevation, so how high up an incline I've cycled, the elapsed time. Everything else is just gravy, not really necessary, but the number going up, that's like 9.8 million. That's called drops. That's like Zwift credit you can use to upgrade different bikes and wheels and whatnot. So you can customise your ride. Over the far left, you can see my vital, like my health stats. So you can see the current watts. I'm doing 88 watts. So downhill, light pedal. This is like a recovery. And then I've got my heart rate, calories burnt, the average power, and the RPM is the speed that my pedals are going round. So I'm currently doing about 95 revolutions per minute, spinning nice and fast. So we've got a nice little line of us here. This is kind of what you want to do when you're cycling. They looks like they're about to leave me, so I've just got to put a bit more effort in so I can stick with them. Now my left shoe, the cleat is loose, so I'm trying to not move my foot around too much so I don't unclip. Shouldn't be an issue going at this kind of average pace, but I'm going to fire off this power up, the draft boost power up. So as I stay behind the draft of these cyclists here, it's giving me a little bit of an easier ride. Currently 3% gradient up this hill, and the bike that I'm on, the turbo trainer that the back wheel's attached to, it adjusts the resistance to the difficulty according to the terrain, and I can just use my gears on the bike as I would normally if I was outside on this bike. What do you think? Look fun? Is it something that any of you guys watching currently do? Something you might do? Does get hot riding indoors, that's the only one downside. But I do have a number of fans. Big fan in front of me and a fan to the side. Got no fans! I got all the fans. To be fair, I'm thinking of getting another fan just to blast even more air into this room. No, got to give up on the companion app. That's not working today. Where's all the riders gone? I think I pushed forward a little bit too much. I'm ahead of them. I need my companion app. So there's some downhill now. We're right high up in the mountains here. Look at all that mist. Get a bit of speed. Front group's left me like they're 5 seconds ahead, 3 seconds behind me. I'm going to hold back a bit so I can stick with the group behind. Or I might actually end up catching some of these on this hill. There's the gradient. Blue's easy, yellow obviously a bit harder, orange medium to hard, red is going to be really steep. Red's going to be like more than 10% gradient. So I'm going to drop the gears down and just spin faster, make it a lot easier. Some blue coming up.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Nice bit of recovery. Orange, then yellow, then some blue. The hard bits at the end. There you go, caught these guys up with no problem.
It sound right, boys.
Right, here we go, cresting the hill. Heart rate's at 158. I want to get that down a bit before the next one. "22 degrees in the Wattage Cottage today. %, 14. It's like cycling through treacle.
It sound right, boys.
How you doing, Barry? Barry's left nut. Thank you for joining. First time watching, okay, welcome aboard. Thank you for joining. You got a Wahoo move coming tomorrow. Never drifted before. Okay, right. So, Barry, you are going to be blown away by this. I know you are. So first off, once you do your unboxing, get everything set up. Make sure that you've got everything you need to make your bike ride as enjoyable as possible. And I think you can probably list it in 5 things. The first being a towel to wipe up all your sweat. Unlike when you're riding outside, you've got the natural wind cooling you down. Obviously, you're not moving inside, so you want a decent towel, something to catch your sweat. And then at least one decent fan. There's lots of different fans that you can choose from. What I use, I've got in my, you look at my profile description, you'll see all of my equipment. But I have a fan in front and I have a fan to the side. That's 2. Your third is drinks, water bottle for some hydration. Next, not really an essential, but if you can have some like a snack or like a gel, depending for how long you're riding. If you're riding for like up to an hour, then you probably won't need anything, but anything longer than that, you're going to want to start to replace some of the energy that you've expended during your cycling. So that's what's that? Is that 4? Okay, one more is going to be, I guess, think about your setup, how you're going to watch Zwift. You can do it on your mobile, you can do it on a tablet or like a laptop PC. I started off with an iPad and I used my ironing board as a table in front of me. That was handy for resting my water bottle on and looking at the screen. Yeah, so that's about it really. I'd say once you get started and you've got Zwift up and running, I wouldn't worry about what you want to ride. I'd say just jump on and just ride any route. Although I'd probably recommend something nice and flat, like Tempest Fugit. You ride for the desert. It's a nice loop of about, I think it's about 12 or maybe 14 kilometers. You don't have to do it all, but it's pretty flat. Probably like 49 meters of elevation across the entire route, and just get used to riding. See how you feel, work out what some of the power-ups are. Just enjoy the ride. I think you've started at a really good time. So we've got this event now called Tour de Zwift. So you'll have hundreds, even thousands of people all riding these events at the same time. Sometimes people race like that guy. I was just like, you know, sometimes it's more fun, makes it more interesting. You're just riding with other people. You can give ride-ons like a thumbs up on your phone. Yeah, so just ride, take in the scenery, have a look at the views. If you don't have the Zwift Play system, which is like the steering levers you can get, you don't need that. That's just like an extra bonus if you want it. I'd recommend getting like a mobile phone mount onto the handlebars. Mount your mobile phone, download the Zwift Companion app, and you can control the game from there. Saves having to reach forward and for the keyboard if your keyboard is in front of you. So there you go, I hope that helps. Yeah, do some stretching before, stretch afterwards. Oh, sweat all over my keyboard. Turn that off a bit. Oh, keyboard's gone. Oh, earphones gone. It's all going to pot. I want to give it more volume. I'll do it on another downhill bit. Oh yeah, once you get to 56 kilometers an hour, you can Supertuck, which I'll do now, but it's going to flatten out. You're welcome, Barry. Thank you for joining. I nearly didn't make it actually. I had a bit of a problem with the stream setup, but I got there in the end. So say, if you check out my other videos, you'll see I've been doing this about 4 years now. And as I say, I'm by far the best expert on Zwift, but I think people who use it, you know, regular, we can share our experiences. So I've got a load of videos you can watch. You can see tips about group riding, getting started, but I definitely recommend checking out a guy called GP Lama, L-A-M-A, not Lama spelled correctly, but I think you'll find it either way. He's probably my main source of Zwifting and cycling information when I first got started, and he's usually first with the updates and whatnot as well. This is a nice pace. Should have got me another earphone. So do you do much outdoor cycling, or is cycling a new venture for you? This is the downhill bit of that hill we just climbed. So you're coming back down. Other people on the other side are people going up again. As I say, every hill you climb, there's a nice hill to ride down. Here comes another climb. Right. That's my, oh. See, I'm clipping out my pedal. So I didn't really make optimal use of that aero. That's why you need the companion app. You can see why you need a towel. So I think I'm about halfway through, just over, 13.2 kilometers down, half an hour. The Garmin told me I've burnt 300 calories. Whoop, whoop. Chance for a bit more recovery. You can spin the legs nice and fast. Taking some deep breaths on the downhill. And if you're really tired, you can start pedaling and coast. But I'm just going to pedal lighter. Maintain the speed, stay with the group. Yeah, you don't need to steer. Automatic steering in Zwift. Although you can get the steering features where you can move across. But in terms of the route, it goes the way. It's automatic, what I'm trying to say. Whew. Oh, it feels good. Feels good. Do you know, like, you get that adrenaline buzz from the workout? Up early, up at 7, started work at 8, long day work, tired mentally, I do sit on my bum all day, office work, but you know, it's like physically, mentally draining, but I always seem to have energy to jump on the bike. To me, it's like my happy place, and I'm getting fit as well. So just over 9 kilometers left, 5.5 miles. Another bit of a climb coming up. Look at the gradient in front of me, going from yellow to orange, and the gradient percentage is creeping up. 6%, 7%. I think that's it, that's maxed. Back to yellow, bit of blue coming up. I can still push here. If you're racing, where you really make your distance back and your time up is on how fast you can climb a hill. It's not really about your flat out speed on a flat surface. And riding hills makes you stronger, and stronger means faster. It also means you can ride for longer. So ride hills wherever you see hills. Want to get another power up, want to go through this gate. What do you think it will be? Feather, aero, XP or draft? Usually I always find after you climb the hill, it rewards you with a feather you don't need at that time. So I'm going with feather. There you go. Boom, boom. Now normally I'd just sit behind this bike's wheel, but I feel comfortable just at this pace that I'm going now. So I'm just going to maintain my own pace. I just ride with whoever. There's only like 8.5 kilometers left, so it's not as if I've got to sit in for a long time. We'll be done in about 15-20 minutes. So I use this feather on this hill at the orange bit, maybe halfway through the orange. Actually, maybe now. Try and keep some speed up, carry that speed up the hill. Work smarter, not harder. Yeah, that was good timing. %, top of the castle. Oh, it's hot. 23 degrees now. Look at the views. Now, I don't know if I can turn off the hood. Yes, I can. There you go. Welcome to Scotland. Ooh. Yes, even though I'm working, my legs are getting some recovery down this hill. Oh. Sometimes it's good to turn the hood off. Just focus on just the riding. Don't worry about the numbers. Don't worry about how many watts you're putting out. Don't worry about the speed. Just ride with feeling. If it feels good, keep going. If it feels bad, train harder. Or take a break. Whatever you want to do. Think about making big smooth circles as you turn your legs around. But that's the hill done with. Nearly. Know that means, don't you? Downhill, baby. So Barry, if you're still on, make sure you find me in the Zwift app. You'll find me as Ken Dizzle, Black Cyclist. Happy to join you on a group ride at some point. And you can always tap me up in-game or on any of my videos, ask away any questions. There's a load more of us as well who stream. We call ourselves the Twitch Degens. We do that on Twitch. Usually, whatever time of the day or night, there's one of us cycling from around the world somewhere. We cover about at least 10 different countries. Belgium, Norway, Sweden, England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, America, Canada, Slovakia, Japan, Australia. We are everywhere. And sorry to the people I've missed out, but you know, not intentional. It's the what's. Can't even tell how much time I've got left or distance. I might have to turn the HUD back on. The hood. Here we go. Six kilometers left. So it's saying close the draft because I just need to sit behind the wheel of those so I can be in the best riding position. What's this? You got it. Scotland looks a lot better than what I'm looking at right now. 11 degrees. Oh my God. So right where we are now, obviously we're on Celsius. It's a little bit warmer than it was yesterday. It's 4 degrees right now. Don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Maybe 22 or something, 25. But we had a bit of snow over the last couple of days. Lost the cursor. Oh. .8%, 7%. Woo! It's a hill. We want to see the sights, don't we? Let's see the sights. .40. I don't know how to work out Fahrenheit, but thank you. I think like 1 degree is like 18 or something, isn't it? -12. Oh wow. Oh, what? I'm confused. Oh, right now you're 11 Fahrenheit. Okay, Google. How much is 11 Fahrenheit in centigrade? Can't hear it. I mean, you wouldn't think it was that cold in here. It's 23 centigrade Celsius right now. -12. Whew. I think we had -6. To be fair, it's probably closer to that in Scotland right now. They're a lot further north than where we are. 11F is -12. Oh, that is cold. I think this ride finishes at the top of a hill as well. Look, you can even see the star constellations. Feeling it today. Oh, this is probably going to be about 15% gradient right now. Ugh. Okay, maybe not 15, but it looks steeper than what it was. 5k left. Go, go, Zwift. Oh yeah, I'll be able to Supertuck. Well, I should be able to. I'm not that bothered. Just want the brake instead. It's got to be like minus 3% gradient or higher. I'll show you now. Gonna drop level again now. I was nearly top position, but the gradient just slipped back up to 1%. So as long as you're going faster than 56 kilometers an hour and the gradient is greater than minus 3%, you will Supertuck. Not gonna get it, am I? I don't have the energy to even try. I will press that draft though, if I can get it. Keyboard's full of sweat. Oh, got the keyboard. I think that was me. Changed the view by mistake. Into the last 3 kilometers. Let's go, let's get some energy up. Fight off this draft. Got to be behind them for it to work though. There you go. No one's sharing today. So we're just riding with this group. I don't know where about in Scotland we are. Might be Glasgow. I might be making that up. So I knew there was like a climb towards the end. Just when you thought it was time to relax. Take it easy. Yeah, hill all the way to the top. No point dawdling up the hill. Because we're on the way down. Still more hills. Okay, so it's the last kilometre. Heart rate's dropped a little bit. 150. Better than being at 170. Get it down some more and it's downhill. More to fire off this power up. How you doing, Matthew? Welcome. Welcome for joining. Spent the aero. Last 300 metres. Here we go. Thank you, Scotland. 3, 2, 1, boom! Whew, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. 50 minutes and 35 seconds. 23.7 kilometres. And quite a lot of sweat. Thank you, Barry. Thank you, Barry. Good luck for your new Zwift cycling delivery tomorrow. I'm sure you're going to be searching YouTube, watching more videos. GCN is also a good place to go. Smart Turbo Trainers, he's a good guy. I messaged him actually when I first was looking into getting a turbo trainer 4 years ago. And I wasn't sure about what size cassette to get. There's a lot of confusion. And I sent him a message and he got back to me literally like within minutes. Gave me some good advice. That's all good. So, summaries. I have ridden this route before. This was part of a previous expansion to Zwift over a year ago, I think. I like that route because it's flat enough so you can get a decent amount of pace. And I think it's just the right amount of elevation to test you a little bit. I mean, 280 meters of elevation across a total of like 24 kilometers isn't a lot really. It's about 2 meters per 10. So yeah. And as I say, I think a route this size, if you're really super strong and fast, you could probably get round it in about 40 minutes. If you want to just leisurely stroll, then you can think about taking anything from like an hour upwards, sort of like 90 minutes, maybe 120 if you're going about this sort of pace, just nice leisurely stroll. You don't have to finish it, but of course every route you finish you get a badge, you earn XP, it advances you up the Zwift levels, so you can access some of the higher, more difficult routes and unlock faster and better bikes. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up at 25 kilometers because we like round numbers. There we go. I'm going to have another look at the beautiful sight. I mean, look at that deer in the background. It feels like I could genuinely be in Scotland, but right now I'm in a beautiful town of Nuneaton. Just as beautiful, just not as majestic. Yeah, so then finish your ride with a nice light pedal, cool down nice and slow. You'll find your recovery the following day is a lot easier. Matthew, thank you for joining. Anyone else who's tuned in, thank you. If you're already subscribed, thank you. If you're not, hitting that subscribe button, telling people about my videos, either how bad they are or how much you like them, is also good. It means more people get to see what I'm doing. I'm all about sharing, spreading the love of cycling, so if you're into that and you want to help me, spread the word and watch more of my videos. For now, I'm going to end the stream and I'll see you guys later on in the week, maybe Wednesday or Thursday. Thank you very much. So I have to end the Zwift ride first because sometimes this laptop has a tendency to crash occasionally. But that problem will be resolved once I build a new PC. Okay, so I've got a streak. Alright, thank you for watching. Really do appreciate it.